Unlike other forms of harassment, discriminatory harassment is all about intentions instead of the means of occurrence. It shows some form of hostility towards someone belonging to a minority group. According to the U.S. Department of Interior, discrimination is the differential treatment of an individual or group of people based on their race, color, national origin, religion, sex, pregnancy status, gender identity, age, marital status, parental status, disability, sexual orientation, and genetic information. As you can probably tell, all of these categories involve protected minority groups under federal law. Anyone within the workplace can perpetrate discrimination harassment. This includes supervisors, coworkers, employees in other departments, or even someone outside the company who has a business relationship with the department. There are 6 main types of discriminatory harassments. Hi everyone, I'm Elia from Tactics, and today I'm going to talk about everything you need to know about discriminatory harassment. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. Also, while you're down there, hit that alert bell icon so when we post new helpful content, you get notified. Discrimination on the basis of someone's race, skin color, ancestry, country of origin, or citizenship falls under the umbrella of racial harassment. Perceived attributes like teeth shape, hair type, ear shape, or even eye shape can also be the subject of racial harassment. This type of harassment often looks like racist slang or slurs, racist phrases or insults, racist nicknames, taboo language, posters in the workplace with racist messages, jokes based on racial stereotypes, derogatory comments, clothing with racist messages, or even giving a look of disgust when a topic concerning race comes up. Discriminatory behavior towards a person because of their gender status is called gender-based harassment. This is often based on a lack of understanding of the topic or a strong belief in gender norms and stereotypes about how people should act. Some examples include gender-related slurs, gender-related nicknames, taboo language, offensive references, posters in the workplace showcasing gender bias, clothing with gender-biased messages, or even disgust towards people who do not abide by the traditional gender norms. Religion is often interconnected with race because certain parts of the world tend to identify with a religion. For example, most of Europe follows some sort of Christianity or Catholicism. Many people in North Africa practice Islam. Many people in South Asia practice Buddhism or Hinduism. Religious harassment is different from racial harassment because it focuses specifically on religious beliefs. An individual who practices a different philosophy compared to the majority of people around them in the workplace may find themselves receiving this type of harassment. Examples of religious intolerance includes religious jokes, stereotypes based on religion, pressure to convert, exclusion from events due to religious practices, intolerance towards religious holidays, traditions, or customs, posters or media degrading a minority, or even comments on religious items such as jewelry, clothing, head garments, etc. Disability discrimination was the most commonly reported type of discrimination in 2020. People with disabilities often face judgment in public. In some cases, others stare and then quickly look away as if nothing happened. Or kids will make faces of disgust and point you out to their parents or pals. Adversity becomes an everyday occurrence. Unfortunately, high rates of disability discrimination sometimes carries over into the workplace in the form of harassment. Disability-based harassment in the workplace can take several forms, including harmful teasing, patronizing comments, making sure that the victim overhears a conversation littered with degrading comments, refusing to make reasonable accommodations, or even isolating the disabled person from meetings, lunch hour events, or afterward activities. These inappropriate actions may be directed to the individual or completely behind their back, without the individual's knowledge. Sometimes a conversation containing derogatory remarks will be a third party, where the disabled individual may intentionally or unintentionally be within earshot. Needless to say, people can be ruthless when it comes to physical or psychological disabilities. Sexual orientation is a topic that has recently gotten more attention in the media. This is a step in the right direction for the LGBTQ+ community since the conversation intrinsically raises awareness. However, sexual orientation-based harassment is also starting to gain traction. Because there's more discussion on the LGBT plus community than ever before, there's also more discussion about harassment on the topic. In fact, 10% of LGBT workers experienced discrimination at work in the last year. The issue is starting to gain recognition as a legitimate type of workplace harassment. Victims of sexual orientation harassment face opposition because others view them as different from the majority of the workplace. The harassment may come in several forms, such as spreading lies about someone's orientation, mocking someone about their preferences, revealing personal information about someone's orientation, embarrassing someone because of their orientation, gossiping about sexual orientation, or inappropriate questions about someone's sexual orientation. Ageism refers to biases against people based on their age. It often concerns general differences on topics such as acceptable behavior, usage of slang, and technological abilities. More specifically, workers 40 years and older are specifically protected by the Age Discrimination in Employment Act of 1967. This law was the federal government's way of promoting the employment of older people and reducing age-based harassment. A person enduring age-based harassment may face teasing, insults, purposeful exclusion from activities or meetings, unfair criticism, backhanded insults, or derogatory remarks. If you'd like to learn more about the 10 other types of harassment in addition to discriminatory harassment, reach out to A-Tactic. And you've already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share it, and comment below.